Welcome! Do you want to learn English in a fun and easy way? In this video, we teach English using narrated, animated stories. Here is how it works. On the left, watch the beautiful animations. They are designed to help you understand and enjoy the story. On the right, you can read along as you listen to the narrator. When we reach a difficult word, don't worry. A box will appear at the bottom with a simple definition and an example to help you learn. Let's get started.
Imagine a country in 1991 with many problems. Phones were often broken, and there was not much money. This country was Estonia. It had just become free from the Soviet Union after 50 years. Estonia is a small nation, smaller than a city like San Diego in the U.S. It had to build everything again from the very beginning. This was a very difficult time, but Estonia saw an opportunity. They decided to do something new and very bold. They chose to go completely digital. This was a big bet because most other countries with more money would not have thought this was a good idea. How did this small country become the most digital place on Earth? Many people ask this question. Estonia had a secret to its success. First, they refused old ways of doing things. For example, a country named Finland offered Estonia old telephone equipment for free. But Estonia's leader, Mart Laar, said no. He wanted Estonia to build its own new digital phone system instead. This meant many people went from having no phone to owning a mobile phone, skipping the old telephone wires completely. This idea, to skip old technology and go straight to the newest, is called leapfrog. Second, Estonia had a completely blank slate. After the Soviet time, they had almost nothing. No good roads, no modern buildings, no working systems. This meant they did not have to fix old, slow systems. They could start everything new and modern.
This gave them extraordinary freedom to imagine what a new government could be like in the Internet age. Third, Estonia jumped straight into the Internet age. They made a plan called Tigri Hüpe, or Tiger Leap, in 1997. This plan helped put computers in schools and connect almost all of them to the Internet very fast. They understood that a small country without many natural things like oil or gold needed smart people. The Internet was a way to let smart people work and compete with big countries. This decision was not just about liking technology, it was a clear plan for the whole country's future. They decided to be very different and build something new from the ground up, and this was key to their digital success. 2. The secret system. Estonia has a special system that most people do not know about. It works like an invisible machine behind the scenes. This system is called X-Road. It solves a big problem that many governments have, getting different offices to share information. In most countries, various government parts hold different databases about the same people, but these offices often cannot talk to each other. This means you might fill out your name and address many times for different services, even though the government already has that information. X-Road changed this. It acts like a special translator between these government databases.
Instead of putting all your data into one big, risky place, X-Road lets different databases talk to each other directly and securely. They only share information when they are allowed to. This system is the main part of Estonia's digital government. It helps public and private groups work together safely. Every time someone looks at your data, it is recorded. This makes sure that things are fair and clear. In 2024 alone, X-Road handled over 2.7 billion data requests, reducing extra work and getting rid of many paper forms. Think about how this works. When you sign a contract, X-Road confirms your digital identity. When a doctor needs to see your health history, X-Road links the health records to the check-in system. Even when a bank wants to know who you are, this same system helps. It is like an invisible foundation for all digital activities in Estonia. A very important idea built into X-Road is the once-only rule. This means if the government asks you for a piece of information one time, it should not need to ask you for it again. The government already has it. This simple rule saves millions of hours for people every year. It stops the redundancy of endless forms and questions. But what happens when the government has all your data? How do Estonians trust that it will be used correctly? Estonia has a trick to keep its politicians and officials honest: full transparency. Every citizen can go to a special government website. There, they can see a full list of who has looked at their data, when they looked, and for what reason. For example, if a police officer looked at your records without a proper reason, you would find out. This level of openness builds strong public trust. It makes the government say, "We will not hide how we use your information, and you have the right to ask questions if you think we used it wrongly." This powerful system helps keep the government honest and responsible for your information. 3. The magic card. Estonia uses a special plastic card called the E-ID. This card is like a master key to your whole life in Estonia. Every person living in Estonia receives one from the state. It looks like a normal credit card, but it helps people do many important things online very easily and securely. This E-ID system is the main part of Estonia's digital way of life. With this E-ID card, you can easily prove who you are when you use online services. It also lets you create a legally binding digital signature. This means your online signature has the same legal power as writing your name with a pen on paper. This is very important. You can use it to sign contracts, approve legal documents, and complete official transactions without needing to visit an office or meet anyone in person. You can do this from anywhere you have an internet connection, even while relaxing on a beach. Every year, Estonia processes hundreds of millions of these digital signatures. This saves the country a lot of time and money, estimated to be about 2% of its total economy each year. The government in Estonia also uses a special approach called proactive government. This means they help citizens without waiting for them to ask. For example, when a new baby is born, the government knows about it automatically. They do not wait for parents to fill out complex forms. Instead, they automatically start child support payments for the family. They also offer ready-to-use forms for parental leave, which is time off work for new parents. This makes life much simpler and less stressful for new families. It shows how the government actively cares and provides help before people even need to ask for it. Estonia has worked hard to make almost all government services available online. Today, you can do 99% of government-related things on the internet, 24 hours a day, every day of the year. This includes a wide range of services, from registering a birth and managing your health information to getting married. For a long time, there was one major service that still required an in-person visit. Many people wondered what this final service would be that Estonia would bring online. In December 2024, Estonia made headlines around the world by adding this last big service to the internet. It was divorce. Yes, you can now even legally end a marriage with a few clicks online. This was a huge milestone for the country. It completed their goal of having all government services fully accessible online. It truly changed how people interact with their government, making everything simpler and more efficient for everyone. 4. Voting on the Internet. Estonia has a very special and daring way to vote for its leaders. Since 2005, people there can vote using the Internet. Imagine enjoying coffee in a cafe far away in another country. You can still vote for your president using your computer or phone. This unique system, known as I-voting, allows Estonians to cast their ballot from almost anywhere, a truly modern approach to democracy. To vote online, you need your special electronic ID card. This card works like a digital key, proving who you are securely over the Internet. A very important and clever part of this system is that you can change your vote many times during the official voting period. For instance, if someone tries to coerce you or force you to vote for a certain candidate, you can vote that way first. But then later, when you are alone and safe, you can quietly log back in and change your vote to your real chosen candidate. Only your very last vote counts in the election. This smart method helps to protect voters and ensures their true will is reflected. Many Estonians now widely use this Internet voting system. In their most recent national elections, the majority of all votes were actually cast online. It makes participating in democracy much easier and more accessible for everyone. A busy parent taking care of a sick child at home can vote. A business person traveling abroad can vote. Older people who find it hard to leave their homes or have limited mobility can also vote easily. For many, Internet voting means they can join in when otherwise they might not be able to vote at all. However, this system has also caused some big concerns. Some top computer experts, especially from universities in America, say it is highly dangerous. They worry deeply about the potential for bad people or hackers to attack the system. These researchers believe there might be hidden weaknesses or vulnerabilities in the voting software or in people's own home computers, which the Estonian government cannot fully control. They argue that the security of a secret, fair ballot should be the most important goal, even over convenience. Estonian officials take these worries seriously. They regularly invite outside experts to check their system through independent audits. They also make the system's computer code public for everyone to see, and international observers watch closely during elections to help ensure fairness and security. The discussion about the balance between security and convenience is ongoing. Will this pioneering way of voting remain secure and trustworthy for the future, or will hackers succeed in destroying the next election, as some fear?
This crucial question remains open for the world to observe. 5. The Internet War. In 2007, something new and scary happened in Estonia. It was the world's first cyber war. A disagreement over a war monument led to a serious diplomatic crisis with Russia. Soon after, massive and unseen computer attacks began. For 3 weeks, these attacks targeted many parts of Estonia's digital life. Government websites, ministries, news companies, and internet service providers all faced problems. Major banks could not work, and small businesses suffered. Websites went dark. Online banking stopped. Newspapers could not publish the news. Because almost everything in Estonia was digital, society itself almost broke down. It was a direct attack on how the country worked, not just a small inconvenience. But Estonia did not give up. Instead, they became stronger and more determined. They learned important lessons from the attacks and chose to invest heavily in protecting their digital systems. This strong focus on resilience became a key part of their national plan. They aimed to be prepared for any future digital threats. After these attacks, a very important new center was created in Tallinn. It is called the NATO Cooperative Cyber Defense Center of Excellence. This center became one of the most important places in the world for studying cyber defense. It helps other countries understand and prepare for online attacks, and even writes rules for how international law applies to cyberspace. Estonia also launched a smart and unique plan, the Data Embassy. This wild idea ensures that copies of Estonia's most critical government data are stored on secure, encrypted servers in friendly allied countries, like Luxembourg. This means that even if Estonia's own land were physically taken or its servers destroyed, the digital government could still continue to function. It is like having a backup country in the cloud. This idea comes from Estonia's long history, as they vividly remember being occupied before. They wanted to make sure their country could always survive, no matter what happened on their physical land. This small nation, with just 1.3 million citizens, showed the world that in the digital age, size does not measure power. Their experience made them a respected global leader in cyber defense, proving that a country can face invisible digital threats and emerge even stronger and more secure. 6. A country with no borders. Imagine being a resident of a country you have never visited. Estonia made this possible with its E-Residency program, which started in 2014. It offers digital citizenship to anyone in the world. You do not need to set foot in Estonia. Non-residents can get a special smart ID card from the state.
This card gives them the same access to Estonia's digital services as people who live there. This program helps people around the world. For example, an e-resident can start a business in Estonia online in just a few hours. This business is then legally based in the European Union. This means it can easily access EU markets, banking, and payment systems. An e-resident can sign papers digitally, manage their business money, pay taxes, and do almost all business tasks from far away. This is very helpful for freelancers or entrepreneurs in places where it is hard to do business. It also helps digital nomads who travel a lot. Since 2014, over 128,000 people from 185 countries have joined. They have started more than 36,000 companies. This has brought over 342 million euros into Estonia's economy. In the first 6 months of 2025, the e-residency program alone made 68 million euros for the state. This money comes mainly from taxes, showing how e-residents are contributing to the country's finances. About 1 in 5 new companies in Estonia are started by e-residents. However, there are also some concerns. Not all e-resident companies are very active. Many are small or do not make much money. Critics ask if the program is too easy for fake companies to hide. Also, to get the physical ID card, you currently need to visit an Estonian embassy. This can be a friction point for many people. Estonia is working to make the program even easier. By 2027, they plan to offer a card-free digital ID. This will use biometric checks with a smartphone. While this will be very seamless, it also brings new security questions. Estonia must ensure these remote checks are safe from fraud. The e-residency program shows Estonia's big ideas, making it a country that truly works without traditional borders. 7. Great new businesses. Estonia, a small country, has built many big companies, often called unicorns. How did such a tiny nation achieve this? It all began with a simple idea for an app: Skype. In 2003, a team of Estonian engineers created a new platform for talking online. This app quickly became famous around the world. eBay bought Skype, and later Microsoft paid a huge $8.5 billion for it. This success did more than just make the founders rich. It created a special business culture. The people who started Skype and worked there early on had a lot of money and knowledge. They stayed in Estonia and reinvested their money into new ideas. They became mentors and angel investors for new companies. This group is known as the Skype Mafia. Their influence on Estonia's entrepreneurial culture was huge. They showed that a small Estonian company could become globally successful. From this spark, many new companies followed.
For example, Bolt, a ride-sharing app, was started by a 19-year-old. Pipedrive, a sales tool, began in a garage. Starship Technologies built tiny robots that have made millions of deliveries. Wise, a money transfer service, was co-founded by Skype's first employee. Estonia, with only 1.3 million people, has produced 14 unicorns, companies worth $1 billion or more. This gives Estonia the highest unicorn density in the world. Estonian startups are growing fast, creating jobs and money. It is also very easy to start a business in Estonia online. One important secret to this rapid growth is Estonia's clever tax system. Companies that keep profits and put them back into their business do not pay taxes on those profits. Taxes are only paid when money is given out to owners. This corporate tax rule means fast-growing companies can use all their earnings to expand, rewarding long-term growth. Estonia also has the highest representation of women working in technology in the European Union. This is because schools taught digital skills to everyone, starting in the 1990s. This helps the tech industry grow. The country's innovative spirit, digital infrastructure, and tax rules have made it a world leader in new businesses. But can this golden age of business last forever? Or will there be problems that make it crash? 8. The future and the problems. Estonia's digital success is impressive, but it faces real problems.
Not everyone can use the online services easily, and some people are left behind. For example, many elderly citizens grew up in a time without computers and find new technology difficult. They might not have access to reliable internet, especially in rural areas. Also, some ethnic communities face extra language barriers, making it harder to understand digital forms and services. These groups can feel isolated and excluded from the modern digital state. The very efficiency that makes Estonia famous can create a divide. For those who are not comfortable with technology, the e-state is not a convenience, but an obstacle. Another growing concern is the use of artificial intelligence, or AI, in government decisions. Estonia is actively exploring how AI can help manage public services, like making faster decisions about unemployment benefits or tax cases. While this aims to improve speed, it also brings risks. Decisions made by computer programs can sometimes be hard for people to understand. These are called opaque decisions. Also, there is a risk of algorithmic bias. This means the AI might make unfair choices that negatively affect certain groups of people. Citizens need to know why a decision was made and have a clear way to challenge it if they believe it is wrong. Estonia's leaders are openly discussing these important issues. Despite these challenges, Estonia's journey offers valuable lessons for other countries around the world.
One key lesson is the power of political will. Estonia's digital transformation was not accidental. It was a clear, strong commitment from many governments over more than 3 decades. They kept investing in technology and education, showing long-term thinking. The benefits were not immediate, but they grew over time because of this steady effort and bravery. Another crucial lesson is the importance of citizen trust. Estonians trust their digital systems because the government is very open. They show transparency about how data is used and protect people's privacy. Citizens can even see who has looked at their data. This openness, along with careful management of the digital systems, has earned their citizens' confidence. Estonia proved that trust is built through clear actions, not just words. Estonia truly shows that a government can be much more efficient, transparent, and accessible. It proves that digital identity and secure data systems can actually protect privacy instead of harming it. People will use online services if they really work well, save time, and are easy to use. Estonia started its journey with almost nothing, but with a lot of ambition and a blank slate. It built a strong digital state that is a model for the world. Now, we ask you, if your country became completely digital tomorrow, would you trust the system as Estonians do, or would you prefer paper documents? Please share your thoughts in the comments below.
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world.